So here we are again with another Astartes update. So the last few videos I've been doing, I've been raging about this brand new mod that's been in the supporters section of Warhammer Workshop's Discord, where you support him and give him some money to get access to his awesome early access mods. So he's finally released the Nexus, and I'm gonna do a full rundown of everything that's in the mod, just before, you know, in case you're a bit skeptical and you don't know what's in the mod and you just want to know what's in it. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So just want to clarify before I do go into anything, I'm going to leave a link in the description to his Discord, and so then you can get a couple of things. There's a couple of things in this video that you can only really get in his Discord, such as there is a mod manager type loader thing, which I'll get into a bit later, but just want to clarify that mods wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Saber Interactive themselves giving the green light to all of this content being added to their game. It's very rare in today's gaming industry that developers allow modding of their game. I think the only prevalent one is Bethesda, but yeah, let's get straight into this video. So the Astartes mod and its features. So straight away is a fully customizable classes, from the tactical to the heavy. I'm gonna have a little montage of a couple of classes right in the forefront of the video. And well, there's custom models in the game, such as the Mark 7 and the Mark 5. There'll also be that little compilation of all the heavily customized classes. There's also Mark 3 armor, which is taken from the PvP Iron Warriors, which is insane. I think he's done a really good job adding these, you know, pre-Primaris armors, firstborn armors into the game, and they look absolutely epic. So, you know, there's other different things in this customization. You can even make heretical, you know, the traitor legions in the game. You can also have salamander type customization, and like I said, it should all be in that little clip that I put on about probably a couple of seconds ago. So yeah, it's crazy customization for the Astartes mod, and you know, you can even make your own chaplains, your own apothecaries. But speaking of chaplains and apothecaries, there are their own classes. So I've got gameplay here of a chaplain. Now, as you can see, he's got the ability of Gadriel from the campaign, and it's like a big rage burst, and it seems kind of suitable for a chaplain, to be fair, and I think it's pretty epic. Obviously the gameplay is right there, and obviously I've got a Crozius Armatum, I think what it's called. I'm not great with names, but that is another weapon in the game, and it's simply incredible the amount of stuff that is added. A lot of these are custom models, a lot of these are kit bashes, and it's really cool the amount of effort and level of creativity that Warhammer Workshop and his team, he's got a team behind him now, and they've just absolutely smashed out all this content. There are a couple of custom, well, not custom, but there are chapter icons in the game that's they're in the mod, sorry, my god, in the mod, that are simply not available in the base game, such as the Silver Templars, the White Templars, the Mantis Warriors, and the list goes on. The Dark Krakens. Honestly, there's more than 10. I only showed 10 in this little like image, little compilation I just showed, and it's simply incredible, and I cannot put into words how much effort is in this mod. And it's like the community's dream almost, and it's certainly something that I'm very excited to see what other kind of stuff he's planning to add into the game. So in the background I've got the apothecary gameplay now. I know I feel like I'm jumping around a bit, but I'm just trying to talk to you guys about the many different things. So the apothecary has Titus's ability, funnily enough, and it's really fun to play as the apothecary, especially when you're with your friends. And well, speaking of playing with your friends, there is now an official mod that basically allows you to play up to 12 people, which is absolutely crazy, and I'm certainly excited about that. It's something that's, well, it's way above what we expected initially we did have the only 3 players in operations, but now it can go up to 12, and again, Saber greenlit this and said this is how you can do it, and well, Warhammer Workshop's just doubled down on the amazing content that he's just been releasing non-stop for the last 6 months. So he's just doing a great job, and he deserves all the support. I'm literally flood his bank account with as much money as you can. I really do believe that he just 100% deserves everything that's coming his way. So another thing, customizable bots in the gameplay in the background. I'm probably playing as the Iron Warriors, but as you can see, the other 2 AI with me, probably I think one of them's a sniper and one of them's a heavy, not 100% sure, but they are fully customized to also be Iron Warriors, which is really cool. Another little thing is Guardsmen and Space Marines, even Dreadnoughts, spawn into the operations with you at random points in the map. I've even had moments where Guardsmen spawn in on those massive Tyranid drop pod type things, and the Guardsmen fall out. I'm like, that's a bit suspicious, and it's certainly something to it certainly changes the dynamics of the game, and I have a lot of fun with those little moments in the game where the Guardsmen just appear and go, oh my god, wait, what? I thought that was a Tyranid drop pod. There's meant to be little Xenos in there, but it's Guardsmen. It's interesting, but yeah, that's it's incredible. Yeah, so it's incredible. I can't get into words how cool it is. As well as this changeable heads, which is insane. I'm certainly very happy that he's added interchangeable heads for each class. I think there's about 10 to 12 heads. There's even an empty slot for those who are don't want a head and they want to cosplay my god, what's that Primarch called for the Iron Warriors? You know who I mean. But yeah, you can do what you want, and it's absolutely incredible. So there's many custom weapon skins in the mod. Obviously there was a Crozius Arcanum, that's what it's called. There's a Black Templar sword, a chain axe, a power axe. You can even get the power axe from the short is it short series or short film of the Amazon thing, the Amazon show. I forget what it's called. Secret Level, that's what it's called. My god. So yeah, you could probably cosplay as the Blade Guards from that little show. It's absolutely incredible, as well as you can use Pyroblasters now, which is something else for your Pyroblaster in your assault class. And for example, the perks have been reworked, so you can now hover in the air like you can do in the campaign. So you can be there hovering with a Pyroblaster, raining hellfire down on the Xenos and the Heretics, which is absolutely incredible. I'm certainly happy about that kind of thing. Certainly a lot of fun. And there's the Assault Bolter, which is really interesting, and it's got its alternative version. I forget what that bolter's called, but it looks incredible, and that's a model from in-game, funnily enough, is the second version of the Assault Bolter. Obviously I know it's not called the Assault Bolter, but you know, give me some leeway, please. But yeah, you can also use the Artifacts Bolter pistol and the Artifacts Bolter rifle from the beginning of the campaign, when Titus was a firstborn Deathwatch Black Shield, which is really cool. I'm certainly excited we can use pre-Primaris weapons, as well as obviously Primaris, the is it the Belisarius call pattern? I'm not 100% sure what they're called. I'm not fully tuned in to the lore. I think it's all incredible, is this kind of stuff. And you know, I think there's just one other little thing that I need to cover, and it is the hidden playable Terminator in the campaign. And at some points it looks really cursed. I put a clip on the screen to make it look really cursed, but he looks a lot shorter than the other Marines, and it's kind of funny. It's like a really short Terminator, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, it's other than that, the Terminator in the campaign is actually really fun to use. He's got the same ability as the Heavy, and it's incredible. I'm certainly happy with the amount of content that we're getting in the Astartes mod. But yeah, that is about everything that's in the actual mod so far. So I forgot to mention one big thing. Like I said at the start of the video, I would talk about the mod manager that is in Warhammer Workshop's Discord under the tools section. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description. It's a tool that's very, very useful. I've been using it a lot since he's released it, and it's made modding tenfold easier for Space Marine 2. It's simple as you install the mod onto the manager, and it basically, you can activate and deactivate the mods whenever you want. You can even save your progress in modded, which is a big deal in the sense of people used to lose their modded progress when they went back to vanilla. All they had to do is delete their mods from their local files and stuff like that, but I need to make another modding tutorial because I've lost track of the many different ways that you can do that now. But yeah, I'll make a video on that as well. But yeah, the modding tool, I've got it in the background, just as a quick little thing. It's certainly a big deal in the sense of modding the game. So yeah, I thought I'd add that since I forgot to yesterday when I recorded this video. There are upcoming features that he's promised in an announcement on his Discord, and I'm just going to read the list here. So he's got champion skins and Mark 8 armor. So I think he's adding that to the customization pool that he's got right now. Obviously there's already bits of the champion armor as customization. For example, if you saw the Custodes customization that you saw, these shoulder pads are, funnily enough, the knee pad from the Imperial Fist champion. So that's absolutely awesome, and I think, you know, that kind of stuff that just reshaped and just put somewhere else really, really does improve the customization tenfold. And the Mark 8 armor, if we can get even more firstborn armor customizable, that would be insane, and I'd be super happy if we get that sooner rather than later. So there's another thing here. Obviously he's got performance enhancements, resolving LOD bugs and enhancing modeling tools in collaboration with Saber. Saber are very much a big helping hand when it comes to modding the game and stuff like that, and it's certainly just a big deal when it comes to modding the game. Like I said, it's a big help, especially on the mod developer side, that the main game developers are giving them a helping hand. So the 12-player matchmaking, they're going to tweak it so then it's a bit more difficult, funnily enough, because currently it is just a raffle stomp of the enemies and they've got literally no chance. I think he's making some of the bosses more durable, more AI spawning in, stuff like that, just to make it a lot more difficult for those who are basically playing with all their friends at once. So Terminators soon playable as a brand new class, pending update from Saber. Obviously a sneak peek of Terminator Titus in the campaign. I'm really curious about that because maybe Saber's got something else planned for Terminators. You never know. We'll see what happens, and you know, if we do get playable Terminators in the end, we win either way, so that's incredible. He's got playable Tyranid skins. I've checked this out. It's on his as a working progress, funnily enough, and it's actually really funny to play as these Tyranids, and you know, you run around using a bolter rifle and a chainsaw as a Tyranid. Just really uncanny valley type shit. It's really funny. Another thing is enhanced Horde mod. So once Horde mod is released in 8.0, which is the next update by the way, he's planning to enhance it and get it even bigger and better. Obviously you can have the 12 players with that, so it could really work in the community's favour and certainly improve this tenfold. Obviously the Horde mod's only limited to 3 players in vanilla, but it's going to be such a big deal if it's 12 players in modded. So, you know, that's incredible. He's got an experimental roguelike game mode that he's planning on making, where you start with just a knife and a pistol, and you go through the map, finding weapons, and basically trying to get to the end of the map with, you know, as much, well, we'll start with as little, and you gain through the map, which is really cool. I really like that kind of idea. you know, scavenging for weapons, you've kind of like crashed and you've got to try and it's like the first mission when you start with just a chainsword, and then you find a pistol, then you find a rifle, and then you get to the end and you just like a little bit of a last stand kind of thing. And I really do like that kind of idea of, you know, the roguelike game mode, and you know, it's certainly something to something fun to think of. And his he's got 2 final points here. He's going to try and make the Adeptus Sororitas. So Sisters of Battle fans, best start building yourself a computer or something like that, because the Astartes mod is going to have Sisters of Battle in it eventually, which is absolutely crazy to me. I'm certainly excited about that, and it's something to certainly get your hopes up about and build some excitement over. And he's even attempting to make a new enemy faction, which is interesting. Perhaps Necrons, since they're already in the game. He might be working on that. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't spoken to Warhammer Workshop about all these new things, so I'm just speculating on the type of stuff he's going to be adding to the game. And yeah, that is about it for the Astartes mod. If you did like this video, please leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. Leave a comment on what you think of the Astartes mod and its effect on the whole Space Marine 2 community, and you know what it's doing, because there has been a little bit of controversy about it on the side of console players, and you know, a lot of people being upset that we don't have this content vanilla. But yeah, if you want to keep up to date on everything that I do, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.